I never thought I'd smile while watching a grown woman scream profanities into her iPhone, her fake lashes fluttering like trapped butterflies in the Montana wind. But there she was, HOA Karen, queen of the cul-de-sac covenants, pounding on my ranch gate like it owed her child support. I'd invited zero souls to my off-grid escape, yet she turned my sanctuary into her personal Airbnb for a neighborhood bonding retreat, complete with wine coolers and gluten-free charcuterie. And just like that, with one flick of the breaker and a satisfying clank of the chain, I plunged her little soiree into pitch-black chaos. It started 3 months back when I bought the old timber cabin on the edge of Bitterroot Valley. 5 acres of pine-scented freedom, far from the manicured lawns of Eagle's Nest Estates, where Karen reigned with her laminated rulebook and passive-aggressive Facebook posts. I moved here to unplug, divorce papers still warm in my glove box, ex-wife's alimony checks auto-deposited like clockwork. No neighbors, no noise complaints, just me, my Labradoodle Rufus, and the kind of silence that heals bullet holes in the soul. Or so I thought. Karen slithered in via email first. Dear Mr. Harlan, it began, all caps on unauthorized structure. Turns out, my cabin predated her precious HOA by a century. It was grandfathered in, a historical footnote in county records. But Karen didn't care about facts. She cared about aesthetics. My wildflower meadow, an eyesore. My solar panels, visually disruptive. She demanded I join the association, pay dues for a pool I'd never swim in, and plant sod that'd die in the first drought. I politely declined, attaching a scan of the deed that might as well have been written in hieroglyphs for all she comprehended. Undeterred, she escalated. Next came the drone flyovers, buzzing like an angry hornet, capturing evidence of my noncompliance. Then the anonymous tips to the sheriff about suspicious activity, which turned out to be me grilling venison under the stars. I laughed it off at first, posting blurry drone pics on the local Reddit thread. HOA versus the wild, round one. Comments flooded in, folks from Bozeman to Billings cheering my rebel streak, calling Karen out by her real name, Brenda Hargrove. She retaliated with a cease and desist from some bottom-rung lawyer in Missoula, claiming defamation. I countersued for harassment, pro bono from a buddy at the bar who'd lost his own cabin to a vindictive ex. But the real kicker? Last weekend's surprise inspection. I was in town grabbing supplies when my Ring cam pinged. Karen's minivan crunching gravel up my drive, followed by a caravan of her coven. 6 Botoxed busybodies in athleisure, toting coolers and folding chairs like they own the place. Just a casual gathering to discuss community standards. Her video update crowed on the neighborhood app, panning over my porch as if it were a Pinterest board. They'd cracked open my Adirondack chairs, popped corks on my emergency rose stash hidden under the floorboards. How they find it? And were mid-toast to reclaiming this eyesore for the greater good. When I pulled up, heart pounding like a jackhammer, I didn't honk or yell. Nah, that'd be too civil. Instead, I idled in the shadows of the aspens, watching them Instagram my fire pit, captioning ranch revamp. Rufus whined from the passenger seat, sensing the storm. When they lit tiki torches, my tiki torches swiped from the shed, I knew it was go time. Slipping through the back trail like a ghost, I chained the gate from the inside, looped it with a padlock the size of a fist. Then, deep breath, I hit the main breaker. Darkness swallowed them whole. No porch lights, no motion sensors, just crickets and the distant howl of coyotes. Panic erupted like 4th of July fireworks gone wrong. Flashlights bobbed wildly. Karen's voice cracked the night. This is assault. I'll have you arrested, you hillbilly hermit. Her guests scattered, one tripping into the creek, another dialing 911 for a rabid animal attack. That was Rufus innocently barking hello. I leaned against the cabin wall, sipping a stolen sip of their Chardonnay, listening to the symphony of entitlement unravel. Sirens wailed faintly from town. False alarm, as always, but by dawn, they'd huddled in the minivan, headlights cutting feeble swaths through the fog, defeated and dew-soaked. Word spread faster than wildfire. The Reddit thread exploded. Karen's kaboom, trapped by her own rules. Donations poured in for my legal defense fund. Memes of lock gates and blackout parties went viral. Karen's husband filed for separation the next day, citing embarrassment. The HOA board ousted her amid lawsuits from residents tired of her witch hunts. She tried one last email. "You've ruined everything. See you in court." I replied with a single emoji, a padlock, and blocked her forever. Now, as fall frost etches the windows, I sit by the wood stove, Rufus at my feet, plotting my next upgrade. Razor wire disguised as barbed art. Revenge isn't sweet. It's the quiet click of a lock sealing out the noise. And in this valley, silence is golden.